with your apex. You pretty much brought down the Italian mob back when I was in diapers. Whatever happened to that reporter, Mr. Urich?
He got old. And a hell of a lot less stupid.
I think it's people that take care of now. Just throwing the flowers down. They're sort of forced away.
То есть, подумай, чего ты боишься?
Я дал себе слово, когда выйдем на волю, не размениваться. Дело принципа.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought we would, it wouldn't be such a violent way to do this. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Oh jeez.
Чего ты боишься?
Just go back into the couple.
There we go. That's good. Testing, testing. Yeah, boy, I have not streamed in fucking days. Oh, man. Let's make sure that Elgato is working. Okay, it's working. Great. That's all set. Just let me view it, just to be sure. It is. Let's see. It is perfectly working. Great. Great. The only problems I have on notifications are my audio. That's what I like to hear. Or that's what I like to see. What's going on, everybody? Talk amongst yourself for about 10 to 11 minutes, and I'll be back. Great. There's a great amount of things to talk about today. I'll be having, I think, our first open chat. I think we'll be starting out with kind of funny, but it's what we're really going to be doing today is attempting to figure out how many individuals in the industry are actually care about developers losing their jobs. The reason why I want to say is because over the last 4 days, there's been so much talk about ending the disc PlayStation ending disc production on that will be the 2028, and people made such a big deal. So obviously I had a bright idea to go check the change.org petition and found out that the petition for making sure discs don't go away is only at 118,000. And then when we look at the Destiny 3 petition, it's almost at 400,000. So more people care about Destiny 3 than care about saving the disc format. Now, again, I don't really care what you guys like, how you want to play your games. That's really up to you. I play my games predominantly digital. When it comes to the new generation consoles, the old generation consoles, I have a physical collection. Very small, but I do have a physical collection. I have a PS2, I have a PS1. Within the PS2, I have a PS3, and obviously the PS3 can play PS1 games. So I have a PS1, PS2, PS3, and my PS5 Pro is backwards compatibility with the PlayStation 4. So I have all the platforms, and I have access to all the platforms. If I go out right now and spend $80, I get a disc drive for the occasion that I want to get physical media, which I probably am going to do this summer. I'm going to go get a disc drive just to have one for physical media. However, we are not going to pretend as though the majority of people have not moved towards digital. They are reacting to how we buy shit. If we were buying physical 50% or more, this would not even be a topic of discussion. But people are blowing it out of proportion, and I can't stop you from doing that. But I'm not going to be talking about that shit all the time. We have massive amounts of bad news because that's what people love, right? You love to pretend to be outraged, like MBG that didn't even care about the PlayStation community 10 years ago because he was on the Xbox side. Talks about rumors and leaks all the time, but when a game comes out that he's making up rumors and leaks for, he doesn't even play it in front of you guys. He doesn't post gameplay for you guys. He doesn't show his trophies. He doesn't show screenshots. But again, this is the guy that you want to go watch when it comes to fake outrage about PlayStation disc. How many unboxings has he done? And how many unboxings have I done? Physical. For some of the largest best-selling PlayStation games, whether third-party, second-party, or first-party exclusives. Bro, I can't tell you how many unboxings I've done. So, sadly, we're going to talk about some very bad news for Xbox. But I'm also going to have to remind you guys who I was when it came to physical. Because a lot of people are assuming that I didn't do anything for physical. I did more for physical than MBG. I've unboxed more physical games than MBG in my whole 15 years of being on this YouTube channel. If you go to listen to anybody, make sure you know what they're talking about pertains to what is actually happening. If he cares about physical, he will be doing unboxings. Does he do unboxings? No, he doesn't. Does he play the games after the rumors and leaks have dried up? No, he doesn't. Has he shown you his PSN account and trophies? No, he hasn't. Like that, MBG is easy. I can destroy this guy with my eyes closed. Dude, it's fucking easy. He's the last person that should be talking. But there's tons of people, whether it's the massive amount of people I've been destroying on fucking Twitter, and get this, they're doing it again. They're pretending to be you, and for some reason you guys are cool with it. We got PC fans pretending to be you. Why do you have PC fans defending physical media on PlayStation when PC is predominantly digital? You need to tell them to shut the fuck up. This is how Sony got confused the first time and wasted a lot of money. I'm letting you know right now that they now know that the PC fans have infiltrated us. They're not going to listen to us about wanting physical media when they know the PC community has infiltrated us, and they're the reasons why we lost money in the first place with the PC strategy. They're not going to take this movement seriously when you have so many outlandish fake actors. Again, for anybody listening to the sound of my voice, you know I'm telling the truth. If you believe in physical media and you believe it should always stay around, do not allow people like MBG to muddy the waters. Don't allow the PC community to muddy the waters. You need to stand on your own. The PlayStation gaming community, they need to stand on their own. If we care about physical media, we need to stand on our own. We should not be looking for fake actors in the PC community or refugees from the Xbox community like MBG to fucking speak for us. This is how we got in the situation with the PC strategy, and Sony lost a lot of money, and they had to price hike when they didn't have to price hike. But they have to cover losses of the billions of dollars they lost on the PC strategy. You do not want that shit to happen again. I'll be sitting on the sidelines telling you I told you so. Trust me. You do not want Sony listening to the wrong people again. It was not beneficial to us the first time. It will not be beneficial to us the next time. If you love physical media, the best games coming out this year, you need to buy physical. Sadly, Grand Theft Auto 6 is the biggest game of the year, and it is digital only, voucher or on the PlayStation Store. The only game you can really speak out with is Call of Duty, Wolverine, and Halo. That's it. Good luck. I'll be right back in 10 minutes. I've debated. By the way, I'm replying to Prince Groove before I take a little break. I've debated a lot of PC fans. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel. It's I think it's PSLOG debates, and all of those debates were PC fans. No, I was not then or now afraid to debate PC fans. I debate PC fans all the time. I've debated like about 10 or more of them earlier this morning on Twitter that were giving me fake specs of PCs that can outperform a PS5 Pro, not knowing that I've been doing this research for the last 10 months, for the last 5 months of the question of how many in percentages gaming PCs connected to Steam can outperform a PS5 Pro. Well, whoop-de-doo, we have the June Steam database numbers. They were published on July 2nd, 2026, last week. And now what it's showing is that the number is not only stagnant, but it is going down. And that is not good for the PC. This what it means is the PC community is not upgrading their PCs. They're not buying new PCs. They're not building new powerful PCs with the latest and greatest graphics cards that can outperform your PS5 Pro when factoring in the brand new update for PSSR 2.0. That is a bad thing, because the PlayStation 6 is going to fucking destroy the baseline of power when it comes to PC, especially when PS6 has its own PSSR 2.0. If anybody's afraid to debate someone, it is them. When it comes to a fair debate with facts, not bullshit numbers, not trying to mislead people. I had an individual that counted every type of graphics card and said because 40 million of these graphics cards that are powerful than the PS5 Pro sold, it means that PC is better. No. If you buy a fucking car and never drive it, do you say you're a driver of that car? No, you're a collector of that car. You didn't drive it. So if you have a graphics card, that doesn't mean you're using it for gaming. Sometimes you could use it for anything else. We're in the age of AI. We know that a lot of these graphics cards are purchased at bulk by big companies, and they're used in data centers. Why are PC fans trying to debate me and claiming that all the data centers that have these high-powered graphics cards are a reflection of the PC gaming community? That's false. That's the type of research that I had to go do, because these dudes are trying to outmaneuver people when it comes to debates. Do I want to debate any individuals that are going to lie to my face like that? Fuck no. But now I know that knowledge, so I don't mind debating these individuals. We can pull this knowledge up at any time. So it is what it is, man. Give me like about 10 minutes. I'll be right back. It might be less. Okay. Oh, what was that? Okay. Okay. Spider senses. I'm crazy today. Okay. I want to make sure that the remix is coming through my ears, because they're coming. It's coming through. It's coming through my system. At this point, my phone's about to die. And how many seconds? It was on 2%. Great. Almost about to die. Let's get this out of here. Actually, I'll keep the phone on because I can keep track of the chat better on the phone. Let's talk. Got it. Testing. Everything looks good. Remix looks good. Sound quality is good. Elgato's on. That's good. Let's go. Okay, everybody. Let's talk. First of all, I want to get the elephant out of the room because people want me to keep covering it, and it's not. I don't think you guys care about the physical that much. That happened like about 5-6 days ago, right before the holidays. So, you know, so there's a lot of people that just want that to continue to be the topic. The individuals that want that they're either trying to farm it for views and clicks, MBG, and many other PlayStation people, which is weird because they're supposed to be PlayStation people. You know, it's in the name, play games. But we're just not seeing that. I think the last time I did a gaming stream was 9 days ago, and I was supposed to do one. That's weird. Oh God, oh. I don't hear the sound. So I'm having a problem with one of the games. Nah, I always love having progress. I don't want easy trophies or anything, but I'm not having a difficult time beating the game. It's just a game that doesn't give me a lot of progress. So I played 31 hours of this game, God of War Sons of Sparta, which aka God of War 2D game. I had a session yesterday. I played it. I had over 36 sessions. So if you wanted to know what I'm playing, this is what I'm playing. But I'm not getting a lot of trophies. I got my 6th trophy on the game, or 5th trophy on the game about 2 days ago. I've done a lot in the game. I'm just not getting a lot of trophies. So I want to get a game out the way that I know I'm like right at the edge of. So Soros to be the primary focus this week. A new game comes out this Friday, but I'm not sure if I should buy it this week or wait until next week. I do want to be there day one, so that's the dilemma. I haven't beaten Soros, and also I just would be piling up more games. So, but yeah. And I was doing some performance tests and many other types of tests for Grand Theft Auto 5. So I wanted to see how good the ray tracing is on that. And I need to play through this enough to open up more stuff, because I'm going to be playing this game co-op with True Woody and his cousin. I play this every so often, not much. Crimson Deserts kind of like went all the way to the backlog. Death Stranding 2 all the way to the backlog. As much as I don't want it to, this has went to the backlog. But all three of these games I love. These are all great fucking games. It's just a time constraint. It really is. I gotta lock it down. It's a personal thing, and it's not like life or anything. It's just like getting, figuring out which one to tackle first, what to get this out the way. It's kind of crazy. And then I gotta solve this issue before Grand Theft Auto comes out. Then I'm gonna have like shit ton of backlogs. But the thing is, I'm very transparent with you guys, right? I'm always transparent with you guys on what I'm playing, because when I go live, I make sure that my PlayStation is a part of my stream. It's always been that way. I've always wanted to be as open as possible. You know my PSN, you've seen it for many, many years. It's a nice wallpaper. Could have saved that. You know the number of games that I have when you go over here. You know the number of friends I got when you come over here. You know my most played games. You already know. So I don't really have to prove anything, but I always feel like I have to, because the one moment you don't prove anything, there's a new viewer that does not know who you are or what you're about. I do find it weird that the same energy isn't kept, and that's what we're here to talk about, keeping the same energy. I want to get this out the way because I don't want to keep dealing with it later in the streams. So if we do MBG, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through just his recent stuff. This is his recent content. Now, he is doing more outrage content because that's where he can get the views. He dropped them views covering rumors and leaks because other people do it much better. So he doesn't do it that much. But this is what he's doing. So a day ago, he says Sony does the unthinkable. Then 2 days ago, Sony was just exposed. Then 3 days ago, it says it just got worse for Sony. Here's 4 days ago, cancel your PlayStation Store pre-orders now. 4 days ago, PlayStation goes silent as gamers go nuclear. 5 days ago, Sony is ending physical games. We can't let. So, Xbox is dead. I feel like that's a bigger story than the physical versus digital. And the reason why I feel that way is because everybody said if Xbox is dead, PlayStation can do whatever. You should care about Xbox being alive. However, MBG has a huge problem in his past. He used to be an Xbox fan. So he is not going to take many shots at Xbox due to the fact that it's just not what he wants. What he truly wants is Xbox to be good enough for him to return home. If PlayStation is in a bad spot, he feels comfortable attacking PlayStation for 6 videos in the last 5 days. That's what he feels comfortable doing. Now, as PlayStation gamers, you have to ask yourself, is this someone you want to follow? Now, if we go into any one of these videos, which we won't, we'll go to the live streams that most of the time he cut videos out of. So it started 5 days ago. He made 3 live streams in the last 5 days. And then there's 6 videos in the last 5 days. So let's go to his latest video. So this is his style now. His style is he sits in the chair and all of this, all of that. I do want to say one thing. It was because of you guys. I don't think you can see it, but he has a plaque. I want to take this down. Over in the corner, he has the YouTube plaque for achieving, I think, 100,000 subscribers. You guys did that. You helped him do that. But what you can also see is a physical collection smaller than my original physical collection. So you see that collection right over there? That's all he has. Now, my question here is, you guys are following a fraud, and he is right here in this video. This is how easy it is to destroy this guy. His collection is smaller than my original physical collection during the PS3 generation. And luckily for you guys, I just showed you that collection image days ago. So I'll be able to get it in real time. See? Right here, my original collection. So we had that bar, we had that bar, we had this bar, and then we had the 4 to 5 PlayStation portable titles that my Cole McGrath statue was sitting on top of. And my Ico and Shadow of Colossus PS3 collection. So what's interesting about all of this is that this image was taken many generations ago, right? This is the PS3 generation. The height of it, PlayStation had made the final comeback. PlayStation Slim already came out. As you can see, I have one. You know, I have my Battlefield is up on there. And just everything was dope, right? You know, my physical Blu-ray collection is massive, still is. I still have each and every one of my Blu-rays. This is real gamer shit. Didn't flip-flop. Now, we go back to him. We zoom over here. Look at that small ass collection. No, this is only PS5 games. No PS4. Only PS5 games. You guys created a monster. And I'm not going to listen to any one of you guys that take information from him. Now, if we just fast forward through this entire video, we see absolutely nothing but him sitting in the chair talking to you guys. That's it. He is as lazy as possible because you guys made it possible. That is what you guys did. I'm chilling right now. I'm sitting down. But I don't need to get on camera. I can, but I don't need to. But I will. Because that's what's required, right? You're official if you get on camera all the time. But I don't think me being on camera should ever be the focal point. There we go. Now I need some light. Ah, fuck, that's too much. So I don't think it should ever be like the focal point of a streamer or a gamer. That's just me. You guys, we're going into a new generation. I say this almost every generation, whether it's private or public. About 2 generations ago, I said it privately to Somatic about, you know, me having a feeling that people would switch over and become PlayStation Sorry, back to where I had to get my food. So, we're going into a new generation. If this is the person you need to lead you, it's okay. I'm not going to stop you. Just don't come back to this channel. I can't teach you anything. I can't help you not make a fool of yourself. Okay? You see right there, it says PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks, and updates, reviews, and opinions. There is no gaming here. He makes it perfectly clear he's not a gamer. You guys created a monster. Again, let me read that off. PlayStation news, rumors, leaks, updates, reviews. What is different about my channel? Well, we go to my channel. It's pretty simple. PS5 gameplay and news. Simple. We're going to cover news, and you're going to see a lot of gameplay. But gameplay is before news. News comes second. That's why when you come to this channel, you will find different videos where there is gameplay, where there's a focal point on the UI. That's just what you're going to find here. There was someone in the chat that was talking about some PC fans were saying like, I'm afraid to debate them. I got 41 videos for the debate playlist, and a lot of them go all the way back to like 8 or 9 years. So I've debated as many of them as I need to. I don't need to debate any more of them on video camera for their for their benefit, because they are not going to tell me anything I don't already know about the community. The community itself is boring. Yeah, the PC community is very boring to me now, and it's very predictable. And it's something I've done, and maybe it's my fault doing so much research and knowing so much about these guys, but yeah, you don't need to debate these guys every fucking month, every week. You don't. They're fucking easy. Now, when they, as a collective community, start to upgrade their gaming PCs, then yeah, then we can do some stuff. I was about to say, what the fuck is that? Fortnite? That's not Fortnite. What is that? Oh, that's another fucking game. Lords of the Fallen is 67% off. I think they gave us Lords of the Fallen for PlayStation Plus. I picked that shit up for like $20-something a while ago. I highly recommend it. If you want a good Souls game using Unreal Engine 5 and taking advantage of the PS5 Pro, I would highly recommend it. You can play the entire game on co-op. You got a boss rush mode now. What is it? You got a free friend pass also. So if you play the game, you can give a free friend pass to someone else. They can play the game with you. Yeah. And 67% off of the already. I gotta go figure out what that is so I can let you guys know. But I think that should be like, it might be less than $20 now. You really gotta catch these deals. Because a lot of people are saying because games are digital, they never have deals. They have deals all the time. I don't buy a lot of games that are like full price. The day one games are full price, obviously, but some of the other games, sometimes I kind of like wait for it, and I'm going to come back to it when I have some time. By that time, it's already discounted. Lords of the Fallen PlayStation Store. Lords of the Fallen PlayStation Store. Jesus. I don't want the deluxe edition. That's not the one I wanted. Don't take me back. $9.89. So it's $9.89. Trust me, that's less than what I spent on my fucking lunch. Not for lack of trying either. And all I had was a sandwich and 2 small drinks. And I spent way more than fucking $9.89. So that's under $10. The original price is $30. When it first came out, it was $60. The developer is very pro-consumer, I will say that. Very pro-consumer. I got the screenshot, so I'll be putting that up. That's crazy. That's a crazy fucking deal. And I already own the game, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Damn, bro. That is a crazy ass fucking deal, bro. That is crazy. Yeah, I already own the game. I already got it installed. That's crazy. This is the closest you're gonna get to like a Bloodborne remake or Dark Souls proper remake type of game. It's much better when it comes to animations and combat. And part 2 is gonna be fucking crazy. Character design looks great, and character models look amazing. But wow, under fucking $10 for this. And it's 3-player online co-op. And you can play the whole game all the way through co-op. And go to the next area just together the whole game. Wow, that's crazy, bro. Let me help some gamers out. See? MBG's not doing this. This is real gamer shit. Random saw it. I stopped the stream and try to help you guys out. That's wild. That is a fucking crazy ass deal, bro. That's a crazy ass fucking deal. It's sitting at a 3.81 stars. That's 4 stars, basically. It had a rough start. Some people didn't go back and change their score. That's perfectly fine. 51% give it 5 stars. 17% give it 4 stars, but there's also a 17% that gave it a 1 star. 9% gave it a 3 star, and 6% gave it a 2 star. That's wild. Let's go take a look at that. That's crazy fucking wild, man. Look at that shit. And they got a free trial for that shit too? That's fucking insane, bro. Look at that shit. That is wild. That's crazy. That's a crazy deal. I don't know. I know they got some new deals. They say games under $15. You know, I know that people randomly just hate digital, but it is really very fucking difficult to say so when they currently have a fucking deal like deals going on right here. I should not be buying any more games. I should not be buying any more games. But I am curious. So Ghost of Tsushima is under $15. Nice. Damn, a lot of these games are like fucking $10 and lower. Damn, that's crazy. The fuck? God of War, it's probably like $10. That's an older game. These are some good deals. You gotta catch the deals, man. They're not always gonna be there. I think that's the misconception, is that because the deals are not always there when you look there, it means that they don't exist. That's a fucking lie. Like, Bloodborne Bloodborne be going low all the fucking time, bro. I cannot even tell you how low Bloodborne be going. Bloodborne PlayStation Store. Like, I've seen it go all the way down to $10 before. I think right now they say, I think it's at $9.99. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? No, I'm right. It's at $9.99. It's also included with PlayStation Plus, so I guess you don't really need it, but yeah. And that's PlayStation Plus Extra, by the way. That's a beautiful screenshot. Yeah, you gotta catch these deals, man. You know, sometimes you get real lucky. You find shit going on sale like this. I had a coworker that was talking to me about Bully today, and he was showing it, and that shit looked good. And he was playing that shit on a fucking cell phone. So no, skip that. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. And again, this is how I amass a digital collection. This is how I do it. It's fucking easy. Goobity goop. Where the hell is my water? River City. Ow. Why is it taking so long? I don't know, but I'm gonna eat my dinner and see what happens. I think the last time I brought a game, it took forever. Why? Again, I don't know. Still got bones in this shit. I don't know why the fuck it took so long. I got no idea. I don't got no idea. I have absolutely no idea. It took forever. I should not be buying no more games. Y'all should have fucking stopped me. See? Y'all love physical. You could have stopped me. You could have stopped me. I don't know if they have physical versions of the PS5 version, PS4 version of the games. But he was playing the fuck out of it today on the cell phone. That shit looked fucking fun. We're gonna go down a little bit. This will be time stamped. Already got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We already got that. Don't I got the Ninja Turtles game? I think I picked it up. I think one day I bit the bullet and just picked it up, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have all the DLC though. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I purchased the game. Yeah. Now, I don't know if the Ninja Turtles Splinter's Fate, I don't know if they released that game physical on PlayStation. I think that it may be physical on Nintendo Switch 2, but I don't think they did that for PlayStation. Yeah. That's another thing. Sometimes you're not always going to find some of these games physical because the developers didn't put out a physical version of the game. Especially when it comes to indie devs, they automatically put their games out digital. And most of the time, it's not even first on PlayStation, it's first on PC, and it's digital, always. Because you just don't have enough money for the physical distribution. There are a ton of fucking things on sale right now. Shadow of Colossus. I know that's got to be like $9. That's the remake done by Blue Point Studio. That is very worth it. That is really worth it. Oh, that's an add-on pack. Okay. Now, I remember that I was playing Destroy All Humans, and that when I was playing Destroy All Humans, I was playing it through PlayStation Plus, and that I didn't finish it in time, and that I lost access to it because they took it off of PlayStation Plus. So I gotta make sure that when it comes to the Destroy All Human games, because I did want to go complete 1 and 2, and I was deep into 1 too. I was like fucking digging that shit. Yeah, and then I just couldn't play that shit no more. And it pissed me off. So is Destroy All Humans 1 and 2 on sale, or is it just 1? Oh, Infamous Second Son is on sale too. It's probably like below $10. They got a good sale. If you go to the sale right here that's listed $15 or lower, you'll find some good shit. Yeah, this is really fucking dope. Yeah, everything's on sale here, bro. A lot of it's PS4 games, but still. There's some really, really good games here. South Park game is on here for $11. Not bad. I already own Persona. But the Ultimate Edition that goes for the price of $84.99 is marked down 85% off for $12.74. That's something worth taking a screenshot of. Again, I don't make the rules. People been telling me all fucking the last 5-6 days PlayStation's evil. They don't ever do deals. They do a lot of deals, and I take advantage of that shit. That is no fucking lie. You gotta see me getting good deals all the time, bro. I don't know about y'all. Y'all might not be getting good deals. It's pretty damn good. That come with all the content. A lot of these games should be cheaper. However, it's not always up to PlayStation. It is a mutual thing. Ni no Kuni. Oh, that's such a great game, and I need to get back on there and finish the last chapter. I have this problem where I don't want the game to end. That is my problem. That is my problem right there. Damn. Need to work on that. Here we go. Here's Destroy All Humans. So Destroy All Humans, damn, Destroy All Humans 1 is cheaper than Destroy All Humans 2. Oh, it looks so good though. The graphics look amazing. No, ew. This is the PS2 version. Where's the... Oh my god, you fucking serious? I hate when they have two versions of the games. I really am not the biggest fan of that. I was about to say, Pacific Rim had a video game? It's a pinball table. I don't think there's anything... I don't think there's anything here that I haven't picked up or that I didn't want to play. I don't think so. I did want to pick this game up, but then I decided not to. It's like a Harvest Moon type game. Now, it would have been a little bit better if you could pick between a guy or a girl. That would have made it a little bit better. 1,000 X resist. Let me guess, this is an indie. It is an indie game. What kind of game is it though? Yeah, I'm good. Ah, there's another gem. Only on PlayStation, PS3, PS Vita, and PlayStation 4. Backwards compatible with PS5. 4K 60, by the way. And co-op. 4-player online co-op. Great game. Great game. Dragon's Crown Pro. Great fucking game. I don't even know how cheap this is, but you'll know. I already own the game, but it's definitely worth it. Outriders, Truity's favorite game. That's $7.88. Not bad. Got the Yakuzas, about $10 or lower. The River City Girls games are $3.99 both, 50% off. That's really crazy. Wipeout. This one right here. This is good. This is 4K 60, VR support, multiplayer. It includes the PS3 version with the expansion DLC, as well as the PlayStation Vita Wipeout game that was really well done, by the way. I think this is that the Vita one? No. Try and look at the Vita one. No, this is the one where you were going through the city. Yeah, this is the one. This is the Vita one. This is the Vita one where you were like racing through the city a lot more. Really, really great game. I don't know how much they get that shit for, but it's $15 or lower. You should definitely pick that up too. Damn, they got some really, really good games here. When I was much, much younger, I always saw this game. I always wanted it, and I for some reason I can't like. I feel like it didn't age well, but I know that a lot of people, um, have good things to say about it. But yeah, I got no interest right now. Maybe if it's super duper uber cheap one day, I'll bite the bullet, but no. The Last Remnant is on sale. Looks like Neo 2 is on sale. Or at least, no, it's expansion pass. Super Lucky Tales is on sale. Weird. Because that's over $15. That's $23.99. Not worth it. My Time in Portella. The new game, the new My Time game looks way better than this. They went for a more realistic anime art style, and it looks fucking phenomenal. It's crazy how it started out looking like this and where it is now. They got Shadow Warrior Definitive Edition Part 3. That's a good game. For at least the first two were good. Nino Kuni 2. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I'm pretty sure I own the normal version, right? Yes, I do. Okay. I don't want to say, what the fuck's that about? Well, the deluxe edition was $80. It went all the way down to $11.99. That's 85% off. That's a damn good deal. Again, if you haven't gotten around to buying the game yet. I remember these games. Wait up. They made a side-scrolling pixel art game for this? Okay. Didn't expect that. So here's Nexomon. Self-explanatory. It's a Pokemon-like game, and everything you thought is there. Now, there's like two things I want to show. The My Time and the Nexomon. Hopefully I can remember. Ooh. There it is. Whew, that was a good one. So you saw the My Time and the My Time and Portella. Also My Time in Sandrock. My Time in Sandrock had the same art style, or a little bit of an enhanced art style than Portella. When they went over here, I gotta show you this shit because I saw it 3 weeks ago, but I never shared it with you guys. So they came to part 3, and look at how it looks in part 3. Tell me this shit don't look fire. Production value all the way up. Graphic quality all the way up. Character models all the way up. I tell you guys, every time when a developer does shit like this, I get so fucking excited. They went for more realistic character models on an anime art style level, and I fucks with it. It's still co-op. You still can play online. Character models look good. Females seem to have great shape and titty physics, I might add. It has a story. You have bad guys you can fight also. Different class types. Fighting robot bosses and shit. Dungeon bosses. So they went for a complete, this time around they went for a more complete anime art style. It's going to be on Steam, PC, Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and Nintendo Switch 2. It's going to be on all platforms, and it's coming out next year. I'm very, very excited because they finally upgraded. Did I want to play Portella? Did I want to play the other one? Yeah, but, you know, I thought that they could do better, and obviously they made enough money to do better, and I'm going to be excited to join them on this one. Nexomon 3. So the next game we're going to talk about is the new Nexomon. Nexomon is basically a Pokemon alternative. And they showed this off 7 days ago, so we're going to be taking a look at that. Now, there does seem to be some developer updates on the three-dimensional version of this Nexomon. But as you remember, we had Nexomon for PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PS4, 5. And then when it came to Extinction, it came to Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. So, they released 2 Nexomon games, and then they did really good with those. It's also available on cell phones. And then they started to get started on Nexomon 3. And Nexomon 3, they're going to be going for a 3-dimensional art style for this Pokemon alternative. I'm ready, obviously. But they're showing the development vlog right here. Character models look real good, as you can see right here. Oh, they're gonna go all in. Oh, and you can just like summon your Pokemon and they can follow you. That's dope. Oh, you can do different attacks by focusing on them. This is going to be very interesting. Because, again, this is the type of shit that Pokemon isn't doing. Mm. Why is everybody else better than Nintendo at doing what Nintendo needs to do, which is a proper three-dimensional Pokemon game? Nintendo can't sue everybody. They definitely will try, but they can't sue everybody. The graphics on this game look amazing. What are they doing? This was their newest one that they did, and I fell in love with this one. Shit looks amazing. Underrated. But there's a lot of these Pokemon style games being made. Whatever they call it, monster tamers. The latest Digimon game that they released last year is good too, but obviously I'm waiting for that shit to come down. Well, that's the thing about the PC community. When it comes to the PC community, all right, there is a lot of copying games that copy off of real games. They do it all the time. You can either pick and choose your battles or admit that a shitload of those developers don't have good ideas on their own. But I can't tell you how many game developers on PC basically just copy off a popular game and just try to get away with it. It happens all the time. You'd be surprised. Yeah, that's why a lot of these Pokemon alternative games exist. Let me show you one that I know a lot of you guys are gonna like. Now, this one right here is even more realistic looking than the one I just showed you that's currently in development. Early development. I don't know if I want to say early. I don't know. Now, This is another. This one is Animo. We will be online together in this game. Character models will look mature and taller. You will be able to create your own character. You will have a city meetup area, as you can see right here. You have hoverboards and different other ways to traverse and get around quicker. Again, this is for me. Growing up, this is what I wanted when it came to a Pokemon style game or Digimon and stuff like that. You know, I want to be able to make your own character. I want to be able to like run around and meet other people with their Pokemon. That's what I wanted. We're still waiting on another Pokemon alternative, and that's Doki Doki V. They're taking their sweet ass time. After Crimson Desert, I do have faith in them. So again, this is another one currently available on PC via Steam, the Apple Store, and the Google Play Store. And there's a lot of gameplay of it. A lot of people showing off character creations. Yeah, Nintendo is cooked when it comes to the perception that Pokemon is the only type of game out there, and it is the best Pokemon game out there. They're cooked because it's not true. Yeah, like that. That's just how that is. What the fuck is this? Eon 6 months ago. Leon. Is this another Pokemon? What is this? Is this another Pokemon type? It is another Pokemon type. It's a dime a dozen. This one's not the most graphically advanced, but goddamn. Wait up. Ain't this from fucking Roblox? Somebody made that shit in Roblox? Hey, that's lame. But they still did it, so hats off to them. Okay, I don't want to watch that shit. The diversity thing in video games, you don't really need to do that. If you have a character customization, make your character how you want them to look. If you're black, you can put them black if that's what you want. I do that shit all the time. Okay, let's go over to the Xbox. Now, Xbox didn't have any studio closures today. They did put some studios up for adoption. And then the other ones they basically set free. There were 3 that they set free. They could have closed down, but they're setting them free, aka turning them back into independent studios because that's how they were anyway. So, like someone said, when you do that, the responsibility of those game developers still it's gonna be all on you now. Trying to think who they don't have. They no longer have Toys for Bob. I'm gonna read off the list. So they don't have Toys for Bob. Toys for Bob is independent. Undead Labs, they're shopping that around. That's the one they put up for adoption. We don't know who owns them now. Now, I want you guys to know, Undead Labs makes State of Decay 3, and it is also being confirmed that whoever acquires them does not have to put their game into Game Pass. Obviously, if you put your game in a Game Pass, that means Microsoft pays for the development, seeing as though Microsoft didn't finish the development or care to confirm that they finished paying for the development. It is an unfinished game that they're shopping around with said studio, and that studio is going to want everybody to pay for the game as much as possible to make their money back. Again, because Microsoft is not making those type of Game Pass deals anyway. So, if you were planning on getting State of Decay 3 for Game Pass, that's unfortunate. If the game even comes out. Roundhouse Studios is gone. Alpha Dog Studios is gone. Tingle Gameworks is gone. The Initiative is gone. Double Fine, they released them to be independent. Compulsion Games, I think they released them also to be independent. Arcane, I think they just closed them down. Ninja Theory, they have also been released to be independent. And that's it. So, after all of that, they're left with 343, Mojang, Bethesda, ZeniMax. Bethesda, ZeniMax, and id, they're all the same, so I'll combine them. The Coalition, Groundmade, that makes sense. Obsidian, Playground Games, Machine Games, Rare, Turn 10, and Ixal. And Demonware, as well as Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer Games, and Beanox, as well as High Moon, Raven, and Treyarch. And all of the ones I just named up top are all related to Activision. So if you start to like put certain people under the same house, it kind of, it's not that big anymore. Damn. Yeah, they're definitely downsizing. You said they took the Psychonauts IP, so they own it. Psychonauts can't do anything with it. Pretty fucked up. If they tried to add Take-Two as far as like acquiring them or add Game Pass to add Grand Theft Auto to Game Pass, they would go I don't want to say bankrupt, but Xbox would be dead. There's no way they would make their money back. That's a problem, though. People told me after Microsoft acquired Activision that they easily make that money back, and they didn't. That's not how return on investments work. So basically, they have Call of Duty, Gears, Halo, Forza, Fable, Bethesda, Minecraft, and Blizzard. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all they have. They don't have anything else than that. And that, let's in all honesty, did I say Ninja Theory? Yeah, Ninja Theory. Yeah, they're shopping them around. We don't know who's gonna acquire Ninja Theory, and we don't know who's gonna acquire Undead Labs. It's gonna be a very interesting time. But it's not good either. Again, over 3,000 employees laid off. 3,200 to be exact, laid off in one day is horrible. The industry itself doesn't seem to be caring that much. But I did want to make sure that we had. I want to make sure that we have that information into the PlayStation Legion. So I'll be putting that information as well as the change.org petitions, because they're very important to what's going on in the industry today and how some people are taking one thing out of proportion while ignoring the other. Okay, I got some good stuff for you guys. Let's go take a look at it. Now, you're going to want to watch this before we get to the Grand Theft Auto 6 stuff. Again, if for whatever reason you still don't own Bloodborne, the game is $10. So this is the list that I was looking on right here. And yeah, I think we got everything in frame too. So these are the studios that are left. These are the studio, and then the ones with the X over them, they're no longer underneath the Xbox umbrella. It's quite a bit. So we just count that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's about 10 studios they lost. That's a good amount. That they no longer have influence over or they own. Again, the all top, you have to count them as one for the entire Activision, and then that down the bottom right there, that's all ZeniMax Bethesda, right? id, Arcane, Machine. I think, yeah, I think they're all under the ZeniMax umbrella down bottom. So down up top, Activision, down bottom, Bethesda. So that's, Activision, Bethesda, Mojang, Obsidian, Playground Games, Rare, Take-Two, Turn 10, which I don't think they're gonna last that much longer. 343, World's Edge. I don't know who World's Edge is. The Coalition, I know who they are. Xbox Game Studios Publishing. No, that's not happening. And NXL. It's just not, to keep Xbox alive. Is this enough? Not the way they're making their games. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's enough. I'll check it out. There is one theory that someone said, and I want to repeat it. Call of Duty not doing good last year financially hurt Xbox. Call of Duty was supposed to be selling a lot of copies last year. We know that Battlefield 6 stopped that. If you look at what's about to happen this holiday season, it's probably going to be way worse. So last year, it was Call of Duty versus Battlefield 6. The real military shooter was better received by gamers during the launch period of both of those games. But now, it's Grand Theft Auto 6 versus Call of Duty. And I think that it's going to be impossible to sell those games. Not the way they normally sell Call of Duty. Because around every corner, people are going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto, not Call of Duty. Guaranteed. So that's one. Now, I did get a chance to check my local Walmart, and I was on the phone when I was making this video. The quality is ass, even though I had the highest quality image. They compressed the fuck out of this image. Long story short, I was talking to Truity and I was just counting how many sections each console had. So Nintendo has 6 sections. Xbox has 2. PlayStation has 7. Now I want to cut 3 sections out of Nintendo because they share. They have a section. They have a lot of games that are Nintendo Switch first generation, and then they have a lot of games, a lot of accessories also for the original Switch. So they're taking up a lot of spots. So we take away 3 from that 6. Due to that, you can I would compact them if it was me, but it's not. But yeah, I don't think they need to be spread to 3 cases. So what happened was Xbox had 2 cases, as we know. Well, that was just controllers and accessories like headsets and more controllers. They didn't have a section where they put all the games. What did they do with all the games? Well, they put all the games in the PlayStation kiosk underneath the PlayStation. Now, some games you can make out. One of them's Call of Duty and the other one's Battlefield. Why do they do that? Well, if we're being honest, most games, including Call of Duty and other games, are now available on PlayStation. And they know this. The stores know this. So there's absolutely no reason to give a fuck about Xbox. They don't really sell a lot of copies of games or hardware. So they just were like, fuck it. I'm just going to throw this shit under the PlayStation kiosk. Nobody will ever look there. So, again, Xbox has two little areas. Those two areas are only... Yeah, those two areas are only for accessories. They're not related to games. The games that I was looking for are right there. They're underneath the PlayStation kiosk. This is just an example of one Walmart of what they're doing. By the way, Xbox has a kiosk, but it's a paper kiosk. It doesn't count. Nintendo and PlayStation both have a TV and a console kiosk, allowing the kids and everybody else to play the games. This one's really interesting. I don't want to fuck this up. I'll just keep it as is. The reason why this is interesting is because put a cam cover on. Okay, the reason why this one's interesting is because, again, people are claiming that they care a lot about the disc, and I think that there are. However, like I told you in the early part of the show, there are a lot of fake PlayStation gamers out there, or PlayStation people. I don't want to call them gamers. That's disrespectful to real gamers. There's a lot of fake PlayStation gamers out there. And due to the fact that they don't actually care, they're not going to sign a petition. They're not going to try to get something to actually change. They don't care. They only care as much as you will like their post and watch their videos or even share their videos. They don't care. Now, let's look at the movement of Save Physical Games versus a petition for Sony to develop Destiny 3. Those are two things that would cost Sony a lot of money. Nobody cares. Now remember, there were petitions on this very website, change.org petitions, that convinced Sony to put games on PC. Remember, the last time they took one of these type of petitions into account and listened, they came out as a loser financially. They lost a ton of money on the PC strategy. I don't think Sony's going to look at both of these campaigns and say, both of these campaigns that are already losing us money on these things, I'm going to listen to one. They lose money on the disc that they have to produce, the packaging, and the shipping, versus the amount of money that they're making from a digital game of the same type. When it comes to Destiny 3, the original first Destiny game, I think it cost around $500 million to make. That's crazy. In today's time, it's going to be well over $1 billion to make a Destiny 3 and have it keep running past 10 years. Because again, you talk to these people, they don't want nothing to end. That includes the prices and everything. PlayStation about to go down to 2 sections like Xbox when physical is gone. What do you mean 2 sections? What does that mean? I don't think Xbox is dead enough for my liking. I'm just being honest. I think that Xbox can die a lot more. It can hurt a lot more. What is going to hurt them before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out? I don't know. Yeah, the Walmart picture, I tried, again, the quality is good. It's just they compressed the shit out of it because it was so high. But yeah, Xbox's game display section doesn't exist, and they're storing the games underneath the PlayStation kiosk, as well as the remaining Xbox accessories for headsets. So again, Xbox. I don't know. I think the PS5 games are still going to be there, and so they open up the PlayStation 6 section. They may have to take over someone else's. Nintendo did confirm they're going to get rid of their Nintendo Switch 1 hardware, so that could free up some space. Yeah, I think the PS5 physical, like I said, I think the PS5 physical will be there for a while. Um, that's not going anywhere. PS6, yeah. Yeah, I don't